Hey guys, and welcome back. This is episode 13 of season 6 of Heartland, Waiting for Tomorrow. Scott discovers that Spartan has a broken leg, and Amy is forced to make the toughest decision of her life. And of course that decision means that she is not going to put Spartan down. There have been times where horses have suffered a broken leg and have recovered. You know, it does happen. A broken leg does not necessarily mean the end of the horse. As long as a horse has proper care, it will get better. So, people are going to suggest that she put Spartan down, but she's not going to do it. She can't do it, because Spartan is her horse. Spartan is special. And I will be super duper pissed if Jess put Spartan down. As we saw at the end of the last episode, Spartan was competing in like a dressage competition or something and fell and broke his leg. And it was a real sucker punch, much like what Caleb did to Peter. It was a sucker punch because everything was going well, you know, Mallory was riding Spartan, Mallory was doing all the jumps correctly, and it looked great, you know, and then all of a sudden you saw everything change. So it was definitely a sucker punch to the viewers because you're expecting everything to be all right and like Mallory to win and everything, and then all of a sudden they end it like that, with everyone running onto the field to check on Mallory and Spartan. My attitude is Mallory's fine, check on Spartan. So, obviously, you know, we're going to find out about the broken leg. Amy's going to do the right thing, which is to not put Spartan down. I always say there's another option. There is always another choice. I know Scott thinks, you know, as a vet, like, well, you know, you gotta put him down. But I'm like, you know, you seem awfully willing to put these horses down. It's like, why don't you just listen when they talk about other options? Because Amy's not going to do it, and you know she's not going to do it. If she thinks she can nurse Spartan back to health, she's going to. It might be a tough road, but Spartan will be okay. And I apologize if you're hearing that. It must be a chipmunk or something that's outside. Noisy little shit. Anyways, let's get started. Spartan! Spartan! Yeah. And Mallory feels guilty. Mallory feels guilty. Her whole concern is Spartan. And Jordy's trying to get there too. No, he can't. He has a broken leg. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
It's back leg. It's not going anywhere then. You going anywhere?
A splint? No, I can do that. Yeah, I got one right.
That makes sense that they would have splints. You'd have to. It's okay. It's okay, Spartan.
Turn that thing off.
It's okay, Spartan.
We've got to get this splint on.
She shouldn't have had her phone there on the track
I
anyways.
know it hurts. Just for a little while, okay?
The splint will help.
Alright. He's good.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. There are risks in anything that you do in life. I mean, you risk dying when you step out of your house, you know? So, she says, I don't know that I'm willing to take it. And it's like, I get it that there is a possibility that he could be in pain for the rest of his life. But what if he's not? What if you decided, yeah, I'm gonna put him down because of what if? Because you were worried about potential outcomes. I mean, if he does have to retire and live his days out eating in the field, he's gonna love that, you know? I mean, Spartan went from abuse to living his best life. And, you know, she says there are still risks. And I'm like, yeah, there are risks with everything. I have 3 cats, and I love my cats. And it would be a hard decision if I had to put one of them down. If there is a chance to save them from something, I'm probably going to do it. Would it mean more pain and suffering? Not necessarily. And you know, each animal is different. Maybe Spartan wouldn't be in pain the rest of his life. We don't know that for a fact. She doesn't know that for a fact. So, yeah, she has to consider it, but she's not going to do it to Spartan. Spartan is going to be okay. Spartan is going to recover. And you notice Georgie has her hair back, but when she's laying there in bed, her hair was down. And Remy's there. And I'm wondering, where's Lobo? You know, Lobo's supposed to be Amy's dog. Shouldn't he be there? Lobo and Remy?
Hey, Ty. Breakfast. Thanks. So what's going on? I gotta get my day on.
You can't live off of what ifs all your life. Spartan will love you for it.
I still don't know why you... But it worked.
But it worked. Spartan is like family. Spartan is family.
I want to round up some cows.
Notice how Peter isn't in this episode? Like, we just saw him in the last one where he was like apologizing to Lou. And then all of a sudden he's gone. It's like, maybe we're supposed to assume that he's gone on another business trip or something, but I'm like, you really, this is technically like a 2-parter. You really could have just like kept him around, you know? Yeah, she's got perfect form. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, because Peter could have been there to help him.
That was awesome. I am awesome. You are awesome.
It's okay, Spartan. You gonna be okay, boy.
It's okay. Things have to be fine.
There you go. Good photo.
Thank you.
You'll be okay, Spartan.
I'll be waiting right here. Ty's friend's gone.
Amy!
I like how we're...
This is late work to me. What? I don't buy it back from you. He was all I had. There he is.
You're gonna get him.
It's okay, please.
You will always come through for Spartan.
Please come back to me.
He will. He will come back to you, Amy. He always will. He knows that you have his best interests at heart. I keep tearing up here. I also have like the worst mascara right now. It like smudges all over. Like, I'm surprised you don't see it on my fingers. So this, I may end up looking like a raccoon. But Spartan is gonna be okay. We know he's gonna be okay. I've seen him in promo pics later. That's a low plane. We've seen him in promo pics, you know, or I've seen him in promo pics for later seasons. So, at least I think it's later seasons. So, he's gonna be fine. You know, and yes, he is very special to Amy, and I like how we're seeing some of the flashbacks. Like when Ty said, seeing you work with Spartan is what made me fall in love with you. So he was in love with her even before he realized it, you know? And I think a part of him knew and felt unworthy, and that's why, like, he dated Kit. Because he felt that Kit was more his speed. Yet you'll notice he didn't tell Kit everything, and he still kind of always gravitated towards Amy. Because his heart knew. Jake's been waiting forever for her.
This was my first championship.
Remy.
Kind of a living legend.
Your dad was a legend?
Don't mention it to him or I'll tell you what his back on.
She's trying to get you back on.
Hi. He's still in surgery. And the most pathetic part
He never
is
gave you any
his hands are
indication.
making out. It's all I could think about when I was in the ring, even with my mantra.
Mantra?
She's not going to blame you, Mallory. It's not your fault. It could have happened if Amy was riding him.
Grandpa, wait up. Hi. No, I'll be right there. Spartan, we've got to go.
I get that Mallory feels guilt, and, you know, she feels guilt because of her crush on Jeremy. But I'm like, Jeremy never gave her any indication. She was like, oh, he was just using me. It's like, he never gave you any indication that there was anything more. You developed the crush. He probably knew about it. Maybe did take advantage of it a little bit. But he never gave any indication that he felt the same way. And in a way, this is really making me feel bad for Jake, because Jake has been trying so hard to kind of win Mallory, you know, and to find out that she had this crush on Jeremy and such. It's like, that's gotta be really rough on Jake. You know, Jake has been so sweet and so patient, and I hope that it will eventually work out, you know? But it's like Mallory had tried something earlier with Jake, and then I guess decided she didn't want to do that. And then Badger came along. And now there was Jeremy that she was crushing on. But Jake has kind of always been there. And maybe that's the key. Maybe that's what we're supposed to realize, is that Jake has always been there. Waiting for her. Kind of romantic.
Yeah, well, yes, you could always do that.
I'll probably have to. I gotta go.
As hard as it takes to get it there.
But Georgie is so headstrong that pushing might have the opposite effect.
So you and nobody sound like you have a pretty interesting relationship.
Oh boy.
Spartan needs Amy. I like how they're in like a padded cell.
God, he's really trying to get out. Okay, bring him up. Grab it slowly.
Well, he's in pain, of course, but he has a break. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not liking this.
Let Amy. There go the ears. Mama's there. I knew Spartan would be okay, and I knew that Mallory was blaming herself for no reason. You know, it's just, as Amy said, you know, I saw the jump was clean. I mean, she even said that at the beginning of the episode. Because I think, didn't I say he hit the rail or something? And she said, no, he landed clean. And Amy knows this stuff. She knows he landed clean. As she said, he just took a bad step. So he landed clean, and then maybe the next step or something was just a little too hard, and that caused him then to go down. That kind of happened to me with my right foot. Somehow I have plantar fasciitis in it, because I was crossing the street one day, this was like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe even 4, and I went down hard on my foot, apparently, when I hit the curb. And so since then I've had plantar fasciitis. And I really don't want to do physical therapy to get over it. But it's kind of like one wrong step, and that's all it did. That's all it took, was one wrong step. I stepped apparently a little too hard down on a curb, and now I've got this potential injury in my right foot for the rest of my life.
I didn't want to waste time, but now that I see miles and miles.
Yeah, good boy, Spartan.
The city lights outshining.
That's why I got the sand, because that protects them.
I don't think he's ready to call it a day.
You're not ready.
I mean, you're not ready to call this.
Okay, go around and take a couple jumps.
Remind you of someone.
Yeah, it does.
Well done, George.
And Lou doing that with Georgie is much like Marion doing that to them. I knew Spartan was going to be okay. I knew that was going to happen. And, you know, yeah, he was a little, disconnected at first. But then, when Amy was there, he calmed right down. Because Mama was there. And he knew that. And he knew it was going to be okay. He might not necessarily seen her at first because she was kind of back and he was still coming out of the anesthesia. But once she stepped up, you know, and both Ty and Scott saw it, once she stepped up and talked to him, calmed right down. He needed Amy there. He needed Mama, and she was there. And yeah, of course it's going to be a long road, but he'll be okay. We know he will. It's Spartan. I like I said, how they kept showing like flashbacks from like season 1 and 2 where she was working with him and everything. And it's like, yeah, you know, Spartan is kind of the last connection to her mom, so they do have that really good bond. And yeah, it took Spartan a little bit of time to get over the trauma, but it would for anyone, you know? But it happened, and Spartan realized, hey, I've got a good life now. And I know that they ended up, like paying Malin off or something, but I'm thinking, yeah, I could just see it if Malin tried it again. What they should have done is they should have shut down Malin's farm so he couldn't abuse any other horses. Fucker. Shouldn't have abused Spartan. But hopefully they made it that he would never abuse any other animals ever again. And this next episode is gonna be, because it looks like Ty's future as a vet is in jeopardy. So there's gonna be a fatality, it looks like. And somehow he's gonna be blamed, but it's not gonna be his fault. So I wonder what that's gonna be, shocking fatality. I wonder if Cassandra sets him up somehow, maybe as revenge for his rude girlfriend or something, I don't know. But overall, I knew Spartan was going to be okay, but it was still a hard episode, you know? And I like that Amy didn't blame Mallory, and she wouldn't, you know? As she said, Mallory made the jump clean. Mallory did everything right. It just happened to be a bad step for Spartan. And Georgie, of course, is doing... You know, one thing that they were saying, you know, she says that's not going to happen to Phoenix. And I would have said, not every horse breaks their leg. Not every horse ends up lame. Just because Spartan broke his leg doesn't mean that that will happen to Phoenix. Even if he does continue to jump. And like Lou said, are you really going to take away from Phoenix what he loves to do? thank you for joining me for this reaction. It was a bit emotional, so I'm gonna have to go blow my nose again. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Lazy Cat Reactions. If you can, hit the like button and subscribe for more content. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the notification bell to be alerted of future reacts. And no matter where you are watching this, on which platform, please check out some of my other videos. I like to have a variety of shows and movies on here, so check them all out if you can. Sorry about the outside noises. The weather here is decent for August, and so the windows are open, partially so that the cats get smells. And so, of course, you've got the outside noises that are adding to this. But hey, it just makes for more interesting viewing, doesn't it? I'll see you next time. Bye.